He's not wrong. People are freaking out. Okay. So we're just going to skip right to the expert course because that's the one that gives us the piece of heart. We don't have time for his novice nonsense. Cut down to 10 logs using the highly difficult techniques. Now, unfortunately, only one of these techniques matters. We have to jump attack all of them to get the 30 points. And we're off to a bad start. So since we're going to fail, I might as well show you. We get points for cutting these down every other way, but not 3. Now we need 30 to get the piece of heart. You must jump more. Okay, we'll work on it. I'm sorry, sir. We do have a sort of time limit on this. He is not about to stick around and wait for the moon to fall on his head, so... Now, we do have plenty of time. I sincerely don't think it's going to be an issue, but... It is something we have to be aware of. Honestly, the best advice I can ever give you on this minigame is just make sure you're taking out your sword away from the logs. I remember as a kid, I accidentally started one of these, pulled my sword out, cut one of them in half, and promptly failed. It made me feel like an idiot. Okay, it should be our third? Yes. Cherish it well. And that's the entire purpose of this room, but it's a piece of heart. We're going to try and fill out one more heart container before we go back to the first day because it seems like a good use of our time. Now that we're on day 3, of course, everybody's going back to freaking out the most. Hard to blame them, though. My favorite are still the guards, looking up overhead, looking very sad. Where's my finish at? There we go. Now, that bird up there, that bird, is a pain in the ass. He does drop a lot of money if you kill him, but he also likes to steal your things, and we're not talking expendable things like rupees or arrows, though it can be that. No, we're talking something much worse. He can steal your sword, he can steal many permanent things. I don't remember how to kill these things. We're gonna do the best we can. Ow. There we go. Those little butterflies that were hovering above the grass were giving us a little bit of a hint. They were saying, hey, come here. And because this is a gold-trimmed chest, you know it has something good in it. And that completes our heart container. Now, this is one of the pieces of heart that I really like in this game, because it's simple. And I'm not saying that out of laziness. There's just some pieces of heart in this game that are ridiculously elaborate to get. Sometimes you have to have, like, multiple masks over multiple days. It's kind of a disaster. We're going to get out of here before that bird comes and attacks us. There he is. We'll let him do his thing. You can hear him coming after us, but we're not about that life right now. Now, one of the things we didn't even do when we came through Milk Road is this over here, the Gorman track. Now, we have a horse, so it's actually useful for us to come over here. Also, excuse me, let me just get that out of there. Some very familiar music here. Alright, so one of two things has to happen here. I think I need to jump over the fence to do this. So you can come over here before you get the horse, and all they do is laugh at you. Because they're kind of jerks. And not to spoil anything, but those mysterious riders that were chasing us when we were delivering the milk, that was these guys. No, Epona. I'm not going fast enough, or... tell you what we'll do. I'm going to leave, immediately turn around and go back. No. It's also possible we can't do this on the third day. I don't remember that being a problem, but... I mean, if we look around, there's nothing here. Alright, well... maybe they bailed. Who can blame them? The moon's getting mighty big. So now we're just going to do our usual stuff here. We're going to go grab this silver rupee. Because it seems wasteful not to. I don't think we did in this cycle. Maybe we did. I don't remember. We certainly did for the last one because we needed the money for the sword. But here, no, we did because we needed to buy the powder keg. Okay, we're gonna go drop off the rupees we have and go back to day one. We have 8 hearts now, and we're feeling super beefy. This guy / gal. A lot. We've done pretty well for ourselves, though. We're going to lose our fairy and our milk, but that's okay. We got our 3rd bottle. Things are looking pretty good. I do like how the banker had his hands up in the air there. He looks like he's going, whoa, as we go back in time. And since he seems to be not bound by the laws of time, he's probably right to be freaking out. I don't know what devil magic allows him to keep our rupees as we go backwards in time, but I'm appreciative of the service, so I guess I'm not going to ask too many questions. Alright, we're going to slow down time here. Like what we just did over at the ranch, we're going to be spending essentially an entire 3-day cycle going after one singular purpose, and as long as we can finish that purpose in a day, we'll just be fast-forwarding to the next night. It's kind of a pain, but it's also unavoidable. First of all, this guard has to stop us again. Yes. Very good, sir. Okay. We have no interest in the swamp. We might as well just call Epona. It is faster than the bunny hood. A little bit. But we're going to need her again to get over that fence, just like last time we started heading towards Akana Canyon. Difference is this time we're just going to be heading straight to the graveyard. We don't have any other need for side quests. The stone mask has already been achieved, so we don't have to worry about that. And yes, I kind of just ran over that guy because it was fun. Also, I picked us up a few arrows, which is nice. You'll notice the bomb chews just kind of run into us. They're essentially wasting their life, but, you know, it's their choice. We're not going to try to stop them. It is sort of fun to run them over too, though, so we'll do that a few times as well. It makes me feel better. Now you'll notice the palm shoes accidentally set off this. Aww. Didn't make it very far, it just blew up on the rock. Kind of disappointing because it's fun to watch the Stones of Truth launch off into the sky, but meh. We weren't the one causing it, so I guess we can't have too much hatred for it. Just double checking something right quick. There we go. A familiar face in a graveyard setting once again. Boy, does he look weird when he's moving in slow motion because of the inverted Song of Time. Looks like he's having a seizure every step. Oh. Okay. Ghosts come out at night, he says. Some pretty frightening stuff. Okay. Now eventually, this giant guy is still going to be a thing. An unfortunate thing. But we'll deal with him later. Okay. So we get to this gravestone here. I skipped the first thing. I'll bring it back real quick. A piece that heals the wounded soul rests here. When one who possesses eyes that can see the truth arrives, the piece far below shall awaken. Now we have the lens of truth. But we can't seem to get into this thing. Can't pull it. Can't push it. Well, the temptation might even be to be like, well, what about Goron Mask? Because we were able to pull those big stones, the blocks, in the last temple. Unfortunately, short of putting cool circles that fade away quickly on these, there's not much we can do with those either. Sorry. We haven't actually watched us take off a mask like that before, I suppose. It's weird. What else can we do? We can cause mischief. Get rupees. The melody that summons the tears of angels rests here. Interesting, no? Alright. So we have all these graves with different markings on them. We got this fallen tombstone over here we can jump on. There's this dealie over here. Not really sure the 3 rupees are super worth it, but you know, we can live the dream. Shoot this one over here too, just to show you how futile it is to dream. At least this guy dropped 3, the other one dropped 2. Okay.